I know they probably.
There you go.
Oh, that's you right there.
Yeah, shalom, family. I was sure. All right. Well, there we go.
Joe Thomas, how you doing, my brother? Yo. Can you hear us? Can we get a 9 up in this deal?
Make sure the audio good.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, man, look here, man. We've been gone for so long. We didn't turn the mics on.
I thought my mic was on though. Okay,
mine wasn't. I'm over here chopping it up.
Right.
Oh man. Let me turn this off right here. Going off, but
All right, let's shoot. How y'all doing today?
all right.
All right, we finna get started. All right, the subject today is which is strongest? Which is stronger? So keep that in mind. So we finna get started. Bro, I got an opening song. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got open songs. Y'all know how we do it. Face the east. Let's throw this prayer up to the Most High song, and let's chow down and eat on this food. Psalms 111. You want to turn it down a little bit? You ready? Y'all ready? Yo. Praise ye the Most High. I will praise the Most High with my whole heart in the assembly of the upright and in the congregation. The works of Yah are great, sought out of all them that have pleasure therein. His work is honorable and glorious, and his righteousness endureth forever. He hath made his wonderful works to be remembered. The Most High is gracious and full of compassion. He hath given meat unto them that fear him. He will ever be mindful of his covenant. He hath showed his people the power of his work, that he may give them the heritage of the heaven. The works of his hands are verity and judgment, and all his commandments are sure. They stand fast forever and ever, and are done in truth and uprightness. He sent redemption unto his people. He hath commanded his covenant forever. Holy and reverent is his name. Verse 10. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever. Hallelujah, Selah, Yahudah.
All right, family, for to get it started. So let me share the screen really quick. So we're gonna open it up with First Ezra chapter 3. First Ezra chapter 3.
First Ezra.
Yeah, First Ezra chapter 3. Let's start on verse 1. Remember, the subject is which is the strongest. So keep that in your mind, keep that in your mental. So meditate on that, which is strongest.
First Ezra chapter 3, verse 1.
Come on.
Now when Darius reigned, he made a great feast unto all his subjects, and unto all his household, and to all the princes of Media and Persia,
right,
and to all the governors and captains, and lieutenants that were under him, from India unto Ethiopia, of 127 provinces. And when they had eaten and drunken, and being satisfied, were gone home, then Darius the king went into his bedchamber and slept, and soon after awakened. Then 3 young men that were of the guard that kept the king's body spake one to another, let every one of us speak a sentence. He that shall overcome, and whose sentence shall seem wiser than the others, unto him shall the king Darius give great gifts and great things in token of victory.
So look, now you see these 3 men, they sitting and conversating with each other. They're like, okay, look, we gonna decide who's the wisest amongst us 3. And whoever is the wisest amongst us 3 is gonna be Darius' right-hand man. Come on.
Verse 6. As to be clothed in purple,
right,
to drink in gold, and to sleep upon gold, and a chariot with bridles of gold, and a head tire of fine linen, and a chain about his neck.
So it sounds like they were like Joseph down in Egypt. Like he was a wise man down in Egypt, and then Pharaoh heard about Joseph being in prison because the wine bearer told him Joseph can interpret dreams. So he interpreted dreams for Pharaoh, and then Pharaoh ended up making Joseph his right-hand man down in Egypt, and he had on fine linen, headscarf, living good, right? So this is like the kind of mindset that these 3 young men is trying to have during this time. Come on.
And he shall sit next to Darius because of his wisdom.
Because of what?
Because of his wisdom.
Remember, they're trying to see who is the wisest amongst them 3.
And shall be called Darius his cousin.
Right.
And then everyone wrote his sentence, sealed it, and laid it under King Darius his pillow, and said that when the king is risen, some will give him the writings, and of whose side the king and 3 princes of Persia shall judge that his sentence is the wisest, to him shall the victory be given, as was appointed.
Okay.
Verse 10. The first wrote, wine is the strongest.
He said, what is the strongest?
Wine is the strongest.
So now you see the first one. He said, look, wine is the strongest, right?
Okay.
What did the second one say?
The second wrote, the king is the strongest.
He's like, no, the king is the strongest. The first one said wine is the strongest. The second one said the king is the strongest. What did the third one say?
The third wrote, women are strongest.
Right.
But above all things, truth beareth away the victory.
He said, look, I understand you saying wine is the strongest. You said the king is the strongest. I say women stronger than both of those. But above all 3 of those, it's the truth. The truth is stronger than all 3 of them. Come on.
Verse 13. Now when the king was risen up, they took their writings and delivered them unto him. And so he read them. And sending forth, he called all the princes of Persia and Media, and the governors, and the captains, and the lieutenants, and the chief officers, and sat him down in the royal seat of judgment. And the writings were read before them. And he said, call the young men, and they shall declare their own sentences. So they were called and came in.
So now he want to see which man had which sentence. He said, look, call all the men in and have them sit down in front of me. It's like the judgment seat. And I'm going to read out each and every one of their sentences. I want to know who wrote this sentence. I want to know who wrote this sentence. I want to know who wrote this sentence. He had his men go out and get these young men. Come on.
And he said unto them, declare unto us your mind concerning the writings. Then began the first, who had spoken of strength of wine.
So he said, look, now explain to me what was going on inside of your mind for you to say that wine is the strongest. He said, explain it to me.
Yeah, why you think
why do you think
wine is the strongest, man?
Why you think wine is the strongest?
Yeah.
Above all things that you have wrote down, you said wine is the strongest. So this is your shot to tell me, why do you think wine is the strongest? Come on.
And he said thus, O ye men, how exceeding strong is wine,
right?
It causes all men to err.
It causes what?
It causes all men to err,
Right.
that drink it.
And that's right on point. He said, look, every man that you know that drink wine, it causes them to what? Go off. Right? If they drink it and get drunk, it causes these men to go off. Come on.
I got a precept real quick, brother.
Come on, bring it up. Oh, come on with it.
Proverbs chapter 20, verse 1 through 3. Proverbs 20, verse 1.
Let me get there with you.
Yeah.
You said Proverbs
Chapter 20.
chapter 20,
Yes, sir.
verse 1.
1 through 3.
Come on.
Wine is a mocker. Strong drink is raging. And whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise.
Is not what?
Is not wise.
So many men like to drink, right? And they don't know they balance. Some men can drink 2 beers or 2 cups of wine and be lit.
Right.
Some men could just drink a cup, just 1 cup of wine and be lit. Some men could drink a whole bottle and straight be cool. Like, you have to know your limits. Some men drink and get deceived by their own mindsets. Come on.
The fear of a king is as the roaring of a lion. Whoso provoketh him to anger sinneth against his own soul. So that was basically in verse 1.
Right. Okay. So now we're going back to 1 Ezra chapter 3. We're going to start in verse 18 again.
Come. And he said thus, O ye men, how exceeding strong is wine.
Right.
It causes all men to err that drink it.
Right.
It maketh the mind of the king and of the fatherless child to be all one.
Right.
Of the bondman and of the free man, of the poor man and of the rich.
And why I said, because any a person who drinks, right? So he can be rich. Y'all can be rich and I can be poor. But if we drink and we not tripping off that he's a rich man and then I'm a poor man. You know, I'm not tripping off that I'm a king and he's a fatherless or a fatherless child. They all mind are one during the same. When you're drinking, all you have one mindset. You're not worried about that you are a king during the time because all your thoughts are gone about that. Like when you're not drinking, that's on your mindset. You know, you think about, okay, look, I got my paper, I gotta get this, I gotta do that.
Right,
but when you get to drinking, you ain't tripping off none of that.
Yeah, you start acting, especially if you're going over the board, you start acting foolishly. You know what I'm saying? And you could be, and a king can be just like how we see out there in the streets right now with them bums out there that be the winos and stuff like that. A king can act just like that in his royal garbs and everything, acting like a fatherless child. You know what I'm saying? Foolishly, because of wine, and the overabundance of it. Right,
overabundance of it. Because at the end of the day, it's like we got some scripts to show you the positivity of wine.
Okay.
Right. So now we talk about the negative side of wine. Come on.
Verse 20. It turneth also every thought into jollity,
right,
and mirth, so that a man remembereth neither sorrow nor death.
So, and that's what happened all the time. Just like, look, you know, you didn't have something to drink. You know, the bills before you drunk something, you was like, man, my bills due this and third, blase. Right?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you get to drinking, all that's going out the window. You ain't tripping off nan bill. You went from being mad, but the mind is happy now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you started off, you were super mad, but as soon as you get just a little bit of wine and you all that's going out through, you a happy camper now.
It says in the scripture, give wine to sorrowful or something like that.
Or a man that's to the parrot.
Yeah.
Come on.
Verse 21. And it maketh every heart rich.
Right. Well, we were just saying to make it makes your mind rich. Like you could be going through some straight hard times in your life, but as soon as you drink a little bit of wine, it makes you happy mentally. You forget about all that, especially when you're around your brothers. We are congregating with each other in love, man. Look, that's the last thing you worry about. Any debt, sorrows, all that is going out the window.
So when the winos is drinking so much, it's because they're getting tormented in their mind about something constantly.
Right.
So they gotta constantly, you know what I'm saying, drink just to have that torment you know what I'm saying, go away.
Go away. Exactly.
And if you notice, right, a lot of them winos, you know what I'm saying, they know the word of God.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And exactly, boy, they can quote it to you like no other.
They know the word of God, bro, because that brother that be over here, that wino that be over here, that be cleaning up in the back and stuff like that. I don't know if you know, have seen him, but he was here a couple weeks ago. He was talking to me and a couple of other brews, and you know, I was just basically trying to, you know, talk to him. He asked for some money and stuff like that or whatever, whatnot, you know, and we was just talking to him, and he was spitting script, straight wino, talking about spitting script, bro. So like something is going on with these brothers and or sisters that's always drinking. Something is tormenting them, their souls, and we can see that because they're always drinking wine.
Right, they're trying to suppress those thoughts. So that's like bro saying, like a lot of people drink wine to suppress the thoughts that they're going through. That's why a lot of people, when you see them, you know, anytime they're going through something, they depressed or they woman and broke up with them, they going through whatever they're going through in the world, they always drinking. They always drinking to suppress those thoughts. Anytime that they going through something, they drink it to suppress the thoughts where they not, like scripture said, they not tripping off none of those problems that they was going through prior to drinking.
Right.
All that is going away. Now they got a merry heart. But then they get to the point where they drinking too much, and then now you got to pick them up. It's like he throwing up. He don't know what his name is. He mumbling things. He trying to fight you.
Right.
It's like, what is going on? Because he had too much wine. Come on.
Verse 21 again. And it maketh every heart rich, so that a man remembereth neither king nor governor. And it maketh to speak all things by talents.
Right, because like even if you look at about talents or about millions, it's like they always got something to say. They always talking, constantly talking. A person who drinks a lot, just sit there. Boy, they'll tell you everything. Be talking for days. Right. Like, boy, this boy will not be quiet. This woman keep talking. Because the liquor they're speaking. Come on.
And when they are in their cups,
right,
they forget their love both to friends and brethren.
They forget what?
They forget their love both to friends and brethren.
But that's why you gotta be careful when you drink. You forget that that's your sister. You forget that that's your brother. You be ready to go to war with this person. Come on.
It says right here. And a little after, draw out swords.
Draw what?
Draw out swords.
Now they ready to kill each other.
Ooh-wee. First they laughing and joking, and then next thing you know, now it's death.
Now it's death on the table. It's like, that's why you have to be careful. That's why he wrote, like, look, wine is the strongest. You can have love for each other, and then at the end, it's time for war. Now you finna kill each other.
Yeah, that's what we had to rule out over here. No wine, no strong drink. You know what I'm saying? Not over here. You know, we say drink at home. You did? Drink at home with your woman. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, drink with your brother at home.
Right.
In a safe, secure spot. You know what I mean? To whereas this doesn't come upon you. So all praises to the Most High, you know what I'm saying, for that. Verse 23.
What'd you say?
But when they are from the wine, they remember not what they have done.
And you know how it is. It's just like, all right, now you got to tell this person, look, man, last night you and your girl was out here straight banging with each other. It's like, me and my wife, like, yeah. Like, we was fighting. It's like, now you don't remember because you forefront on wine now. Now you, what they call it, the hangover. Right? Somebody that woke you up and had to tell you that last night you and your wife was out there straight squabbling with each other. And you don't remember because of the wine or that strong drink, whatever it may be. We can use wine or strong drink.
O ye men, is not wine the strongest that enforces to do thus? And when he had so spoken, he held his peace.
Now hold it there. We got a precept real quick. We're gonna go to Sirach chapter 31. We're gonna read 25 to 31.
Sirach Ecclesiasticus.
Yeah. Sirach chapter 31. Let me get there with you. Okay. So he's saying wine is the strongest, huh?
Wine is the strongest. Which is the strongest, huh?
Which is the strongest. And again, it's like, man, look, just growing up, seeing like my uncle there, man, I used to watch them straight be drinking with each other. They be straight kicking in on the porch, playing spades. And then next thing I know, they out in the streets squabbling with each other. I'm like, wait, what happened? Y'all were just kicking it. What happened? Like, this nigga reneged. It's like, oh, you feel y'all fighting because somebody reneged.
31, verse 25.
Yeah, we're going to do 27 through 31.
Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach,
Right.
chapter 31, verse 27. Wine is as good as life to a man,
Right.
if it be drunk moderately.
If it be what?
If it be drunk moderately.
Right.
What life is then to a man that is without wine? For it was made to make men glad.
So now you see the positive side of wine. It's like it's not always a negative side of everything all the time. So now you see the positive side of wine. It's like, okay, look, a man who's going through something, like we said before, if he drink just a little bit of wine and make his heart glad and make him happy. It said and then it says if he be drunk moderately. You don't have to drink every single day.
Right.
You don't have to drink Sunday through Saturday. 2, maybe 3 times a week, that's cool. But to be drinking every single day of the week, that's not good. It's like you know how you work out or whatnot.
Yeah.
You practice to make perfect. You know, it's like man, you don't see you working out. Like, man, I don't see no improvement. You know what I'm saying? Just like I don't see my body getting bigger, none of that. And just so you give up. So that's just like drinking every day. If you constantly drink every day, you're gonna get to the point where 1 glass ain't enough. 2 glasses ain't enough. Then you're gonna look up, now you at 3 glasses. Now you have 4 glasses. That's why we have to drink it moderately. Come on.
Verse 28. Wine measurably drunk and in season,
Right.
bringeth gladness of the heart,
Right.
and cheerfulness of the mind.
And we have it all the time, like Passover.
Yeah.
Right. So when we break bread and drink wine during Passover, man, all us be on one accord.
Yeah.
Right? We have Yahuwah, a cheerful mind, a gladness of heart, because we understand what that is, what the blood or what the wine represents, the blood of the Messiah. Right.
That's right.
So when we drink that wine, we understand. It's like, okay, look, take, eat. This is my body. Take, drink. This is my blood that was shed for the new covenant. We understand it. Come on.
But wine drunken with excess,
Right.
maketh bitterness of the mind.
Because when you drink too much, some people drink too much. Now you're tripping off old things that your brother done said to you before, or you tripping off something that your wife done said to you 2 years ago. Now you bitter, right? So now that's Satan playing on your mind. Come on.
With brawling.
With what?
With brawling.
So now they want to fight. Now you got these 2 individuals that want to fight each other. Off what? Drinking wine. Come on.
And quarreling.
Come on.
Drunkenness increases the rage of a fool.
And you see it all the time. Somebody who drink a lot, boy, you cannot calm them down at all. The more they drink, the more it increases their rage inside of their mind.
Till he offend.
Till he what?
Till he offend.
Till he offends someone.
It diminishes strength.
It does what?
It diminishes strength.
A drunk person can't fight. They have no power in them. You can push them over. They be stumbling. They'll fall, hit the ground. Now you got to pick them up.
And then you still want to fight you.
And still want to fight.
And make it wounds.
And make it wounds how? With his words.
That's right.
It's always got a drunk person can kill you with his words. Come on.
Verse 31. Rebuke not thy neighbor at the wine.
Right.
And despise him not in his mirth.
Come on.
Give him no despiteful words,
Mhm.
and press not upon him with urging him to drink.
And we have to get out of that mindset of trying to urge somebody to drink. If this person don't drink, or if you know this person right here drinks too much, don't urge him to drink. Don't give him the opportunity to drink. You say, no, brother, you know your limits. No, I'm not going to let you drink that.
Don't even bring the wine out.
Yeah, don't even bring it out. Like, look, whatever, you get mad or you won't, it is what it is, but I know you and you know you.
That's right. Don't even bring it out. You know, it says for you to love your brother as yourself. And also, if it offends your brother, you don't want to be a stumbling block to your
brother, right?
So there's a certain brother that drinks a lot is coming over. Y'all put the wine up. Such and such coming over, or what's her face coming over. You put that wine up.
Right.
We'll drink after.
We'll drink after she leave.
Once
she leave, then we'll drink. But in the meantime, between time, like, you already know how she is when she come over and drink. Everybody in the world and had the auntie or the uncle that drunk too much. Soon as they come into the crib, in your mind, you be like, here they go.
Right.
You already know what they on.
Right.
You can smell it on their breath, and it's crazy. Like a alcoholic, a true alcoholic. A lot of people try to blame people for being alcoholics, but a true alcoholic, you can smell it on their clothes, you can smell it on their breath,
in their pores,
and all that. Like I haven't met a true alcoholic being in the word. No, I've never met a true alcoholic being, in the word of God. Now, outside of the word, yes, I didn't met so many alcoholics just like everybody else had. We all have that one uncle or that one auntie that smells like nothing but alcohol. It comes to their pores all day. Come on.
That was it, bro.
So we're just going. So now we're showing the positive side and the negative side of wine. So we got one more script. We're gonna go to 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 23. So again, when the man wrote, he said the wine is the strongest. So now we are showing everybody, okay, look, wine is the strongest. You got your positive side of wine, you got your negative side of wine. You always have to stay on the positive side of the scale. That's the whole thing, to stay on the positive side of the scale.
1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 23.
What did it say?
Drink no longer water.
Drink no longer what?
Water.
Right.
But use a little wine.
But use a little what?
But use a little yayin.
So there's the word wine. So it said, look, don't drink water, but use a little wine for what?
For thy stomach's sake.
So look, if anybody having any kind of stomach problem, you could drink a little bit of wine and it takes away the stomach pain. I done it myself just to see it.
If it worked.
See if it worked. I feel like that was my way of testing God. It's just like, man, look, let me just see if it really works. Mm-hmm. Just stomach hurting. I feel like I was having ulcers and all this, whatever I was going through with my stomach. And I'm like, man, just give me a cup of wine. Mm-hmm. And she gave me a cup of wine, drunk it, and I was straight. So look, we have the positive side of wine, right? And then you got the negative side of wine. All right.
And thy often infirmities.
All right, so that was it there. So now we're gonna go back to 1 Ezra.
Chapter 4 now.
Yeah, we're 1 Ezra chapter 4 now.
First Ezra chapter 4, verse 1.
What did it say?
Then the second that had spoken of the strength of the king began to say.
So now you got the second person, right? He's like, all right, everybody done heard him give his explanation of the wine. It's like, okay, well, look, that's a good point. That was a good point. I understand it. I can see the positive side and I can see the negative side of the wine. Wine is very strong. That is strong. So now you got the second one. He give his analogy. He's saying it's the king, right? Come on.
O ye men, do not men excel in strength?
Do not men what?
Excel in strength.
Right.
That bear rule over the sea and land and all things in them.
So look, he's letting you know, like, look, man has strength. He got rule over seas. He got rule over land. He got rule over men. Kings have dominion. Come on.
Sorry about that.
That's okay, bro.
But yet the king is more mighty, for he is Lord.
He is what?
He is master,
right,
of all these things, and have dominion over them. And whatsoever he commanded them, they do.
They what?
They do.
He said, look, I understand you're talking about the wine. He said, no, look, the king is the strongest. Whatever, the king has dominion over everything, right? Nothing moves without the king's giving his order. He said, look, the king got rule over the land, the seas, his men, Whatever the king say do, the servants, they do it. Like, look, that's real power. That's what a power lied in the king. Without him, nothing that needs to be done, nothing will get done without the king.
That's right.
You couldn't even have the wine without the king, because the king has to tell the wine pressers to go make the wine. Those are their job. He tell them to go make him wine. He fetched the men to bring him the wine that you said is the strongest.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
If he bid them make war, the one against the other, they do it.
He said, look, if he tell these men to go to war right now, right? These men can straight be at peace with each other. But if this king tell these men to go to war, guess what? They're going to go to war because he said so. Those is his words. He's the king. He has power.
If he sends them out against the enemies,
right?
They go.
They what?
They go.
Come on.
And break down mountains, walls, and towers.
He said, look, if the king send out these men to go to war with his enemies or go to war with their enemies, in order to get to their enemies, boy, look, they'll tear down mountains, walls, towers, just to get to the enemies, just because of what the king told them to do. Not because of what the wine, but what the king told them to do.
And sometimes, when they go out to war and stuff like that, the men, especially if it's a good king, the men they want to do good, so they go out there and they get the battle and they get the killing. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they want to be that top dog of that battle that day. You know what I'm saying?
They want to please their king.
Yeah, they want to please their king. You know what I mean? So they get to fight and whatnot and killing. Instead of killing 5 men, they're killing 10 or 15 or whatnot. So yeah, they want to please their king.
They want to please the king. Come on.
Verse 5. They slay.
They what?
They slay and are slain.
So look, they go out there and some of them slay men, right? And some of our men, they lose, right? They slay and are slain.
And transgress not the king's commandment.
And they do what?
And transgress not the king's commandment.
No, whatever he tells them to do, they do it. They don't break the king's commandments at all. Come on.
If they get the victory,
right,
they bring all to the king.
No, they keep it to themselves.
They bring all to the king.
Come on.
As well the spoil, as all things else.
So look, he said, look, if they go to war, everything that they take that is spoil, they can keep it for themselves, but they don't keep it for themselves. What do? They bring it back to the king. You see that in the animal kingdom all the time, just like with the lions or whatnot. And the lions go out there and kill, and then they hold it. They hold that zebra or hold whatever animal that they just killed, and they hold it until the king comes. Who's the king? The lion. He's the lion. So you see it even in nature. Them lions don't eat first. They wait, let him eat, and then all of them eat. Once he bite into it, then all of them eat. And then they feed the babies and so forth and so forth. Come on.
Likewise, but those that are no soldiers,
right,
and have not to do with war.
So look, even the men that's not soldiers, right? Even those that lives in the king's kingdom, right? These men are not soldiers, and they don't know. They don't go out there and war with each other, right? They don't go and fight battles. Come on.
But use husbandry,
right?
When they have reaped again,
right,
that which they had sown,
right,
they bring it to the king.
They bring it who?
To the king.
So look, even these men that's out there planting vineyards or planting gardens, planting food, right? When they go and plant the first crops or whatever they reap and they sow, they bring it to the king. They don't keep it for themselves. They say they take it to the king.
And compel one another to pay tribute unto the king.
Come on.
And yet he is but one man.
He is what?
He is but one man.
It's like, look, this is one man. He got dominion over men, women, and children. This one man is controlling everything. Come on.
If he command to kill,
right,
they kill.
They do what?
They kill.
Come on.
If he command to spare,
right,
they spare.
Come on.
If he command to smite, they smite. If he command to make desolate, they make desolate.
Come on.
If he command to build, they build.
So look, it goes back to what he was saying. He said, look, they don't break the king's commandments. Notice everything that he's saying. He's starting it off with if he commands. If he commands, they do this. If he commands, they do that. If he command, he's giving a commandment. Like whatever commandment that the king says, these men go out and do it.
And whether it's right or wrong.
Right, whether it's right or wrong, they gonna do it to what? Please their king. Their whole thing is to look, please their king. Come on.
If he commands to cut down, they cut down. If he commands to plant, they plant. So all his people and his armies obey him. Furthermore, he lieth down, he eateth and drinketh, and taketh his rest.
And take it what?
His rest.
Come on.
And these keep watch round about him.
He said, look, this king, right? He is the king of all the armies. When he go into his bed chamber to lay down, to go to sleep, these men are up watching to make sure that he gets his rest so that the enemy won't try to kill them. Because the enemy could be in his own household trying to kill him. So they have to be on guards all the time. You know, it ain't nobody from the outside trying to come in because he got army men outside of the gates. They ain't gonna let nobody come in regardless, but he got these men inside of his house, guarding him while he's resting. Come on.
I got a precept.
Okay, bro, got a precept.
Real quick. 2 Samuel chapter 11.
Hold on, we're gonna go to 2 Samuel chapter 11. What word?
Verse. Let's go with verse 13.
Okay. Let's start in verse 12.
Verse
So,
12.
yeah, we're gonna 2 Samuel chapter 11. We're gonna start in verse 12.
And we're gonna go all the way down to 17.
Okay, 12 through 17. Come on.
And this hits both with the wine and the king.
So this touches bases on the wine and the king that we were just talking about, which is stronger. Now, is it the wine or the king? Come on.
It says this right here. And David said to Uriah,
All right.
tarry here today also, and tomorrow I will let thee depart. So Uriah abode in Jerusalem that day and the morrow.
Right.
And when David had called him, he did eat and drink before him,
Right.
and he made him drunk.
Right.
And at eve he went out to lie on his bed with the servants of his Lord,
Right.
but went not down to his house.
So look, now you see the king, right? Now King David is giving Uriah a drink. Now he got Uriah drunk. Why is it that the king is trying to get Uriah drunk? He understood that if I give him a strong drink, he's gonna, in his mindset, he's gonna forget everything that I need him to do, right? Or to
Go lie with his wife.
or to go lie with his woman. But at the end of the day, he didn't do it.
Mhm.
He didn't do it, so it backfired on David.
Verse 14. And it came to pass in the morning that David wrote a letter to Joab and sent it by the hand of Uriah.
Right.
And he wrote in the letter, saying, set Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle,
Mm-hmm.
and retire ye from him,
Right.
that he may be smitten and die.
So look, now you see what the second wrote. Like, look, the king is the strongest, right? The king tell men to do this, and they do it. They don't break the commandments of what the king told him to do, right? Uriah broke that command. David wanted him to go down to sleep with his wife. He's like, nah, I ain't fit to go sleep with my wife. So he told Joab, wrote a letter and said, look, send Uriah in the worst battle out there on the field. Put him out there. Put him in front, and then you fall back. Joab did exactly what King David wanted him to do. He listened to what? The king's command. He didn't break the king's command.
Verse 16. And it came to pass that when Joab observed the city, that he assigned Uriah unto a place where he knew that the violent men were.
So he did. So he kept the king's command, right? So now you got King David telling Joab to do something, and Joab kept the command. So now Uriah is in the hottest battle. He's in the front, and Joab is going to fall back because he kept the king's command.
And the men of the city went out and fought with Joab. And there fell some of the people of the servants of David. And Uriah the Hittite died also.
So if he send right, so if he send men to go out and die, they go out and die. So a king is very strong. A king can't be a deceiver. You got to look at it. All right. So now you got King David. Even though he went against the Most High, he was still a righteous king because he had a mindset like God. He repented. Right. His whole thing was to please his God. Saul was an example of a bad king. He broke the king's command. He broke God's command. He feared man more than he did God. So that would cause him to be dethroned, and that would rose David up. So now you got the examples of a good king. You got examples of a bad king.
Okay. Verse 11 again, 1 Ezra chapter 4, verse 11. And these keep watch round about him. Neither may anyone depart and do his own business, neither disobey they him in anything. O ye men,
O you,
O ye men, how should not the king be mightiest, which when in such sort he is obeyed? And he held his tongue.
So look, he walked off like, look, who can be more stronger than the king?
Right.
And then he walked off, held his feet, like, yeah, let me see what you got.
Yeah.
He walked up like, yeah, okay, yeah, I thought so.
I dropped the mic. Huh?
Right. He dropped the mic like he had a spoken word.
Yeah,
come on.
No doubt. Verse 13. You want me to start on with the third one?
Yeah, so the third.
Okay. Then the third, who had spoken of women.
And had spoken of who?
Of women.
Right.
And of the truth.
Right.
This was Zorobabel began to speak.
So look, you notice he the only one who got his name
He only
spoken.
got his name, yeah.
He the only one who got his name spoken. Right. Everybody else was like the first man, the second man.
Yeah.
It said the third man, and then they gave you his name. It said, look, the women is the strongest. But above all that is the truth. But look, let me tell you why I say the women is the strongest. Come on.
O ye men.
Oh, you who?
O ye men.
So look, you notice they always talking to the men. He ain't talking to the women. You're talking to the men. It's like, look, oh ye men.
It is not the great king,
Come on.
nor the multitude of men.
Right?
Neither is it wine
Come on.
that excelleth, who is it then that ruleth them, or have the lordship over them? Are they not women?
Oh, they not who?
Women?
Come on.
Women have borne the
He
king.
said, look, that same king you talking about, a woman carried him for 9 months. She carried the king.
And all the people that bear rule by the sea and land.
It's saying all the people that bear rule by the sea and land, all the people you see on the seas and on the lands, all the men that you see, women bore them. Women have them men in their bellies for 9 months. Had the birth pains. Like men nowadays, if a woman gets sick, well, she hold it out, she thug it out. Boy, as soon as a man gets sick, boy, you think it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
He catch a cold, boy, it's the end of the world.
You know, when your baby want mama.
Right. You want this woman to take care of him, want the grapes fed to him.
You heard me.
What, baby, can you run my pad for them? Boy, you turn to the baby king then.
You heard me. You know what I'm saying? We done all day.
Hey, we done all done it. Hey, look, it's the truth though. Hey, but look, like you said, women bore kings. Come on.
Even of them came they,
Mm-hmm.
and they nourished them up that planted the vineyard.
Right.
From whence the wine cometh.
They said, look, in that same wine that you're talking about, women nourish those men up or children up that go out there and stump onto the wine to make wine. Women nourished them. Women brought them up, not men. Because when men went out to war, the women stayed back and taught the children, right? They taught them how to do this and taught them how to do the things at home or whatnot. Men went out to battle and they came back home with the spoils.
That's right.
So it's like, look, women brought them up, not men. Come on.
These also make garments for men.
They say, look, that king that you talking about, this woman made his clothes. The same king that you saying is strong, this woman made his clothes. Show me a man that saw her making clothes.
These bring glory unto men.
They do what?
Bring glory unto men. And without women, cannot men be?
Cannot what?
Cannot men be?
So look, men and men can't make children.
No.
Only men and women can make children.
That's
Without
right.
the woman, it wouldn't be a child. Why do you think the Messiah had to come through Mary?
That's right.
They ain't choose no man, came through Mary. So women are very strong. Come on.
Yea. And if men have gathered together gold and silver,
Right.
or any other goodly thing,
Mm-hmm.
do they not love a woman which is commonly in favor and beauty?
Come on.
And letting all those things go.
And letting what?
And letting all those things go.
You see it to this day, boy. A man will leave everything, or he'll give everything up to a woman.
Or for a woman.
For a woman. Give it all up.
You know, there's a saying that empires has been created and destroyed because of a woman. You remember that movie, what was that name? What was that woman name? Sunshine. Tell your mama I ain't coming home. You remember that?
Like, you know, look, you a little older than me.
It was with that Eddie Murphy and them, bro. I forgot the dang name, man. But there was a sister, right? And it was a white cop. And so the sister, she was a woman of the night. And she was supposed to get to this white cop. And so she got to the white cop, and the white cop called, and one of his children answered the phone, and he said, "Tell your mama I'm not coming home."
Again, I know it is. But for real, like you'll give all that up for a woman.
Yeah, no doubt.
You'll give it all up for a woman.
And letting, 1 Ezra chapter 4, verse 19, and letting all those things go, do they not gape, and even with open mouth fix their eyes fast on her? And have not all men more desire unto her than unto silver or gold or any goodly thing whatsoever? A man leaveth his own father.
You leave his what?
His own father.
Right.
That brought him up, and his own country, and cleaveth unto his wife.
And I mean, you see that in the beginning. You see that with Adam and Eve. It's just like, look, the Most High created Eve through Adam, right? He left his father to be with his wife. And then a lot of men will give up the silver and gold for a woman, or they will lose it all for a woman.
Right? Or they will go and conquer half the world
For the
that
woman. Straight up.
You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
look, you see it now. Like back in the world, men. Do you think, okay, like for example, you see it in nature, right? So all the ducks that's in the pond, all the ones that got the green and the orange, you see those ducks with the green and orange on them are all males. The brown ones are the females. The reason why, because in nature, men are the more colorful ones, so that they could be more attracted to the woman. Like men will go out and straight get big rims.
Yeah.
Tinted windows, the best cologne, best clothes just for this woman. Shoes.
And that's crazy too, because you know a woman will look at your shoes before she look at you in your face.
Exactly, because they want to see what you got on. They want to see what you got on. Like, okay, now it shows you in like I said, like even in nature, we like the animals in nature are like straight fresh and colorful. The males are in nature. The peacocks. You got the baboons, man. So I'm an Animal Planet person, so that's all I do watch, as you can tell. But it's
and you get excited over
right?
Is it the animals or is that woman?
No, it's the animals. It's the baboons, man. So what it is, if you see these certain kind of baboons, when they turn red, and when they face turn bright red, it's because it's during that time of mating season. So the brighter the red is on one of the male baboons, the women baboons get more attracted to them, right? So these two baboons both red on their face, the exact same kind of red, they get to fight each other. And then as soon as he beat him, that red in his face get brighter. Now all the other baboon females are attracted to him now. So he mates with all those females. So then now that other baboon got to go out
and go find
something else. It's like, so in nature, you see it with the animals.
Wow.
So we get everything from nature. That's why it's like with lions or whatnot, you see they manes or whatnot. Then you see us with long dreads or with birds.
Yeah, because some of us ain't got no hair.
Yeah, most of them. Come on. Verse 21.
I'm gonna go with verse 20 again.
Okay, 20 again.
A man leaveth his own father that brought him up in his own country and cleaveth unto his wife.
All right, so look, he'll leave his mama and his daddy to be with his woman. Come on.
He sticketh not to spend his life with his wife, and remembereth neither father, no mother, no country.
Hey, look, when he get a woman, he ain't tripping off mama, daddy, or where from. He like, look, I'm with her.
That's right.
This is who I'm with.
That's right. And it says,
he can't take his man off his woman.
No doubt. And it says in the scriptures, right, that for the man to love their wives,
right,
and for the woman to be obedient to the husband,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It don't in the scripture don't tell a woman to love your husband, but the woman shows love to her husband by being obedient, and a man shows his love to his wife by protecting her and providing, you know what I'm saying, for her.
All right.
Verse
22. Come on.
22. By this also ye must know that women have dominion over you.
So women what?
Have dominion over you.
So look, we always want to have dominion over something, right? It's like, no, I got dominion over this and this and that and third, blah, 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 blah. I got dominion over it all. He said, look, this woman got dominion over this man because he will drop everything for this woman. Everything.
Bro, can you look, man? This is funny, right? Well, we go back and listen to this, right? When we was talking about YAH'KI and wine and kings and stuff like that, our voices was, you know, on a level. But we started talking about these women and stuff like that. Our voices started getting pissed up. We started getting animated and all that. Bro. And you know what it is? Because we talk about women, right? Our minds automatically goes back to our wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or our wives, or, you know, somebody that we try to court or something, right? You know what I'm saying? And our minds automatically go there and we get.
Because you can put yourself there. It's like, man, yeah, you know, we have dominion. But it's the truth, though. It's like, it happens, though.
Oh, man.
Because if it didn't happen, it wouldn't be here. So he understood. Right. He understood what it was. He's like, look, wine is strong, right? Wine is very strong. But at the end of the day, you got your positive side of wine, then you got your negative side of wine.
Right.
A king is very strong. But then you got your righteous kings, and then you got your wicked kings. All right, and then you got the women. Like, women are very strong. Like, we don't give women as much credit as we need to, because at the end of the day, like, they carry our children for 9 months. They go through the birth pains, and then get cut down there. Then for 6 weeks, be in pain, this and then the third, whatnot, carrying the baby. Then still teaching the babies, feeding the babies, cooking for you, and then a year and a half later, back pregnant, another 9 months. It's like a woman is very powerful. Then you look at her body, the way it is designed. Her body is straight.
A work of art.
Man, a work of art.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, hallelujah, man. You know, look, it's a work of art that you can't even fathom or can explain. How she can push a baby through a hole this big, a 6-pound baby through a hole that big, and then in 6 weeks later, it goes back to being the same size that it was before the baby was born.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Father.
Anywho, but come on, verse 22 again.
By this also ye must know that the woman have dominion over you.
Come on.
Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman?
So look, men work sun up to sundown to make sure his woman is taken care of. He bring it all back to the table and give it to his woman. We do that. Men do that. I ain't gonna say men and women. Men do that. That's what we do. We look at our wives like our secretary.
Our pillar. They're our pillar. You know what I'm saying? They are our defense. You know what I'm saying, for us. You know what I mean? They are our help me. You know, YAH'KI did a lesson. You know what I'm saying, regarding the Proverbs 31. Great, excellent lesson. And you know, the woman, you know, is well needed. And believe me, y'all, you know what I mean, y'all hearing us right now, we, you know, there's like with the wine and the king, there's good and there's pros and there's cons regarding that, you know what I mean? And right now, of course, we're going to talk about the pros, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about the goodness of it, because there's a lot of goodness, you know what I'm saying, that the woman brings to the table.
Right.
But there's another side to it too as well. So please, y'all don't get it twisted, you know what I'm saying? You know, we love our women and stuff like that, but
Hey.
we're not drunken, you know what I'm saying? We're not no alcoholics, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? We're not no wicked kings either, you know. And we understand, you know what I'm saying, there's two sides to the woman.
Like it's two sides to the king and two sides to the wine.
Exactly.
Come on.
Yea, a man taketh his sword.
Right.
First Ezra chapter 4, verse 23.
Come on.
Yea, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal.
To do what?
To rob
Right.
and to steal. To sell upon the sea and upon rivers.
I mean, look, you see that to this day. You see our black men to this day, so to speak. If they down bad, he in the house, his woman need some pampers for the baby, or need some food for the house, or need this for herself. What he go do? Like, all right, look, he go put that black mask on, grab that pistol, he go rob a bank, go rob the gas station, go rob a liquor store, whatever, to make sure she get what she need. He grab his sword. And he going to rob and steal from all these different places. And when he's selling up the sea, that means he just going from place to place.
That's right.
He going from place to place. Men do that for what? For women. Like, you don't see women out here robbing and doing this to make sure her man got this or man got that at the crib. It's like, no, men do that. For what? For a woman.
And looketh upon a lion, and goeth in the darkness. And when he hath stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love.
Come on.
Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother.
He said, look, this man loved his wife more than his father and mother.
Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and become servants for their sake.
And have become what?
Servants for their sake.
He said, look, many men have went out their ways and became women servants. That's a dangerous field to be in. Like you let her have dominion over you to control your mind, and you become her servant. Remember, we're talking about women. Which is stronger, the wine, the king, or the woman? Come on.
Many also have perished.
Have what?
Have perished. Have erred.
Have what?
Have erred. And sinned for women.
Had sinned for women. Like many men had went against their God, or went against their brother, or went against each other for a woman. Again, it's nothing personal, just reading what it says. It's like, it's the truth. You didn't see yourself then went off, I tripped listening to her. Because guess what? That's what happened with Adam. It's the exact same thing what happened with Adam. We got a precept to this. We're going to go to Proverbs chapter 7 real quick. Read Proverbs chapter 7, then we're going to come back. Remember, it said many men have perished and erred because of a woman. So let's get an example. We'll go Proverbs chapter 7.
If y'all get some understanding up here, man, can we get a 9 for the truth up in here? Proverbs chapter 7.
Yeah, I realize y'all can't see my face. Since I never show my face, I always just show the scriptures, and then at the end I show my face. I really don't like being seen. They're just me. You know, everybody got their own preferences or whatnot. I don't like my face being seen, and then I just like coming to do what I was supposed to do. Let y'all read the script so we can all follow along. You know, pay attention more to the scripts than me and this man. So that's why I don't ever show my face here.
All right, they're ready. Proverbs chapter 7.
All right, Proverbs chapter 7, so verse 1.
My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye. Bind them upon thy fingers.
Right.
Write them upon the table of thy heart. Say unto wisdom.
Say unto who?
Say unto wisdom.
Come on.
Thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman.
So wisdom is like a woman, right?
Right.
So wisdom is compared to a woman. Come on.
That they may keep thee from the strange woman.
From the who?
From the strange woman.
Come on. Again, we're talking about women. Come on.
From the stranger which flattered with her words.
Right.
Verse 6. For the window of my house I looked through my casement, and beheld among the simple ones. I discerned among the youths, and young men void of understanding.
So look, now you talk about a young man that has no understanding. Anytime you're void of anything, that means you're lacking something. That's why a lot of men drink, or a lot of women drink, because they're void of something. They're trying to fill that void that's inside their life. So something that's void inside them, they try to replace it with alcohol. So now she understands that it's a man that is void of understanding. Come on.
Passing through the streets near her corner.
All right.
And he went the way to her house.
Come on.
In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night.
Come on.
And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot, and subtle of heart. She is loud.
She is what?
She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house.
And look, and the crazy thing is this, it's like everybody, all men saying they want a virtuous woman, right? They always want, I want to be a virtuous woman. I want a woman that listen, this and the third, but these are the women we always chasing after. We always chasing after women that's not of God, right? Or harlots, so to speak. We always chasing after harlots. We always looking after the outside cup of a woman. That's why they always show women with they pants, some tight pants on, right? Or the shirts come up to a high rise now to where her stomach out and her breast is almost hanging out the bottom of her shirt like she didn't exercise. Like those are the kind of women that we want. We don't want a woman that's quiet. Like you want a loud mouth woman. That's just what it is. Because all you want to do is just lay down with her. You don't think about, okay, look, if I lay down with her, we make a baby. Can I see her as being my wife from her until forever? Or until one of us give up the ghost. It's like we don't think about that anymore. We're not looking for Proverbs 31s anymore. It's like we looking for these kind of women. Come on.
Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner.
Right. And if you look at it, like women who sell their bodies, so to speak, or whatnot, they always on the corners. Prostituting. These are the women that's on the corner trying to sell themselves.
So she caught him.
She what?
She caught him.
Right.
And kissed him, and with imputed face said unto him.
And a lot of men, they get caught anytime that a woman, they get caught by a woman, they glance at her beauty, and as soon as a woman kiss him, everything that he was taught, he forget it.
Go out the window.
It go out the window because of a kiss that she didn't gave him. All that goes out the window. Now he's thinking with the wrong head.
That's right.
Come on.
I have peace offerings with me this day. I have paid my vows.
Come on.
Therefore, come I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee.
Come on.
I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry,
right,
with carved works,
right,
with fine linen of
So
Egypt.
look, now she's trying to deceive him and bring her to his house. And you see it all the time. Like, men, they don't never want to bring a woman to their house. She's always inviting them to her house. So then you come to her house, you see her house, she got all these beautiful things in her house. See her bed. Sorcery, right. It's nothing but sorcery, but at the same time, the things that it seems like the things that you like, she has those in her room, right? It's like, I like crystals, like I go in her room, like she got a room full of crystals, and I like drawing trees. Like my rib would tell you, I draw trees all day. She might have pictures of trees in her room, but I'm so caught up in what she got in her room and how she deceived me with this conversation, and she could kiss me. Now I done got deceived by this woman.
I have perfumed my bed with myrrh,
right?
Aloe and cinnamon.
And you know, we love myrrh, frankincense and myrrh.
That's right.
We love that smell, and she got it in her room.
Come, let us take our fill of love
right
until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with love.
Come on.
For the good man is not at home. For the good man is not at home.
So it lets you know she has a husband.
Oui.
So it says women cause men to what? Men had sinned because of a woman. So look, it says the good man is not at home. So this adultery going on right now. So men with understanding, or men who would have the word of God, they would get caught slipping because of a woman. You're supposed to be a man of God, and you're supposed to be giving people the ways of God, and then you get caught in adultery.
With a wicked woman.
With a wicked woman, and you get caught in adultery. So it lets you know women will cause men to err. We have to be on guard all the time. Come on.
He is gone on a long journey.
So that means he out of town, right?
Mm-hmm. He have taken a bag of money with him.
Right, so he took his money. He's going to be gone for a minute. He took a bag. It ain't like he just took his wallet and a couple $100. Like, no, he took a bag with him. He's going to be gone for a while.
And will come home at the day appointed.
So look, she's like, look, he's supposed to come home on Friday. Today, Wednesday. He ain't come home till Friday. So now his mind, he's like, all right, man, look, I ain't got nothing to worry about. The husband ain't come home till Friday. Today, Wednesday, we good.
And then it also says a portion for a wicked man is a wicked woman. So this man got known that this woman got a man, husband, and he's still, you know what I'm saying, up in that deal.
Exactly. Because she just told him the good man is gone.
Okay.
So she let you know, look, I got a man. Come on.
With her much fair speech.
With her what?
With her much fair speech.
So look, a lot of men get caught up with the deceptive mind frame that a woman has. She can manipulate you with speech.
In a kiss.
In a kiss. That's the same thing as the spirit of Satan. So we gotta be careful. Again, which is stronger, the wine, the king, or the woman?
She calls him to yield.
Right.
With the flattering of her lips, she forced him. He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter,
right,
or as a fool to the correction of the stock.
And you see it all the time when the animals getting led up to the slaughter or whatnot, they not knowing they finna go get killed, but they still following the line. It's like, look, I don't know what's at the end, but I'm still gonna follow it. And that's what he doing. Not knowing death is at the end of the table for him, and he's still following after this woman. Like, you don't have to force an animal to go into the slaughter. All you have to do is open up the gate, keep it straight, and then they'll go straight into the slaughter. You don't have to I don't have to smack them on the rear end and force them up the line. If you just open up the gate and make the gate to just go straight and keep the slaughter at the end, they'll go straight down into the slaughter. Come on.
Till a dart struck through his liver.
So now the husband came home a little earlier than what he thought. The husband came home today. So now he didn't just get stabbed in the liver.
As a bird hasteth to the snare,
right,
and knoweth not that it is for his life.
And not even knowing that he just got killed because he was committing adultery. The husband came home early. We gotta be careful, Israel. You have to.
Women of the past. This woman's No doubt. No doubt. Hallelujah. Like, you know.
Verse 24.
Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children,
Right.
and attuned to the words of my mouth. Let not thine heart decline to her ways.
To her what?
To her ways.
Come on.
Go not astray in her path.
Come on.
For she has cast down many wounded,
Yea,
many strong men.
Many what?
Many strong men.
Remember we was talking about kings earlier. You remember David was a king. David was a strong man. And David got caught in what? Adultery. Looking at another man's woman. Right? And it caused David to err. You supposed to be at war, but you on the porch looking at somebody else's rib, taking a shower. So David went off, and Bathsheba went off. And then it caused David to get a man killed.
And a sword.
And a sword.
Depart from David's house.
Right. And then the baby died. Come on.
Many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell.
Come on.
Going down to the chambers of death.
I'm gonna hold it there.
And that's dealing with a wicked one.
Right, a wicked one.
You know what I'm saying? Again, y'all, we're looking at both sides of the equation here. You know what I'm saying? Righteous and wrong. You know, there's you can drink. You know what I mean? But don't be getting drunk. You know, some kings are righteous. You know what I'm saying? But they can tend to go off too as well. You know what I'm saying? As we both observe when we're reading regarding King Saul and King David. And even, you know what I'm saying, the wise man that wrote these proverbs, King Solomon as well, you know. And now, you know, there's righteous women, you know what I'm saying, and then there's wicked women, you know, but which is the strongest?
Which is the strongest?
Which is the strongest? And I know some of y'all brothers that's hearing this right now, y'all saying ain't no woman controlling me, this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? But look how adamant y'all is by saying that.
Right.
You don't say that about the Drake, you know what I mean? You don't say that about the Drake, bro. Keep it gangster, man. You know, for once in your damn life, man, keep it gangster, man. We know, you know, because we all been hurt before. You know what I'm saying, by a woman, whether it's your mama, your ima, or your first love. You know what I'm saying? When you was in middle school and stuff like that, you gave her that dang Valentine's candy, and the next thing you know, she's with Biff. Y'all remember that?
Remember. Feelings hurt.
Feelings was hurt, bro. You know what I'm saying? Over there snotting and crying and everything, man.
All right. First, Ezra chapter 4, verse 28.
First Ezra chapter 4, verse 28. And now, do you not believe me? Is not the king great in his power? Do not all regions fear to touch him?
Right. Yet
did I see him and upon the king's concubine, the daughters of the admirable Bardicus, sitting at the right hand of the king.
Right, so now he's talking about the concubine. He said, look, I saw the concubine, right? Y'all talking about the king is strong. Like, wait a minute. I saw a concubine, not the wife, but the concubine sitting at the right hand of the king. This ain't the first wife. This is the concubine sitting at the right hand of the king. This is not Sarah. This is like Hagar,
right? Sitting
on the side of Abraham, right? Just keep that in mind. It's not Sarah, but it's Hagar sitting on the side of Abraham. Come on.
And taking the crown from the king's head.
So it's like Hagar is taking off Abraham's crown off the top of his head, right?
Or taking the staff. Because remember, our staff and our ring, you know what I'm saying, was, you know, signets,
right?
You know. And setting it upon her own head.
Right.
She also struck the king with her left hand.
So look, not only did she take his crown from him, right? The Pharaoh was here to kill Moses when Moses was a baby. The angel had to kick the coals over so that Moses wouldn't touch the king's crown. I mean, Pharaoh's crown, because Pharaoh's like, look, Pharaoh's wise men said, look, Moses is going to reach for your crown. Because he kept touching the crown. He said, if he put it on his head, I mean, he's letting you know he's going to be the next king.
Mm-hmm.
The angel had to kick the coals over so that Moses would grab the coals and put on his tongue. So it's showing like a disrespect. So it's like she just disrespected the king and put the crown on her head and then slapped him.
With the left hand.
With the left hand, not the right hand. She straight they slapped the king.
Hand, boy.
This man that you said is the strongest,
right,
or the mightiest. This is a woman, the concubine. She slapped the king. Come on, I ain't gonna lie. If a woman, if your woman just slapped you, the first thing in your mind, you be like, boy, I knock you into the middle of next week. That's what my grandma taught me. You know, you be ready to go.
Right.
And she straight just slapped you.
Suck the spit out your mouth.
And you the king. Come on.
And yet, for all this, the king gazed.
He did what?
Gazed and gazed upon her with open mouth. If she laughed upon him, he laughed also.
They said, look, she just slapped him, and he looked at her with the googly eyes. Eyes open, mouth open. She started laughing. And guess what he did? He started laughing.
Nose wide open, boy.
Wide open. He ain't mad. He laughing because she laughed. Like, oh, that was so funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Nah.
But if she took any displeasure at him, the king was fain to flatter her, that she might be reconciled to him again.
So look, if they get to it, he's always what? Trying to bring her back home. Like, baby,
sending gifts.
Right, sending gifts. Like, baby, I'm sorry. Yeah, you right. I shouldn't have said it.
And getting on that good loving.
Right, at all. You know how it was. You was in the street. You had your call her sister. Like, man, your sister ain't answering my phone call. Man, take your sister. I said, call me. She tripped, trying to reconcile.
Right.
And this is the king. And the concubine slapped him.
With the left hand.
Okay, come on.
Oh, ye men.
Come on.
Oh, ye men.
Come on.
How can it be but women should be strong, seeing they do thus? Then the king and the prince looked one upon another. So he began to speak of the truth.
So look, they looking at each other like, dang. Hey, bro, you right. You right. Hey, yeah, you right. That wine ain't got nothing on that woman.
Yeah.
That the king ain't got nothing on the woman, because the woman just slapped the king. And he got dominion over everybody. And he trying to reconcile back to the concubine who just slapped him and took his crown and put on her head. She just disrespected him.
Slapped him and laughed at him too.
And then he started laughing.
Right.
But if a king tell the men in the court they kill him right there for laughing, oh, he dead.
Right.
Come on. So now he finna talk about the truth.
Oh, ye men, are not women strong?
Right.
Great is the earth, high is the heaven, swift is the sun in his course.
Right.
For he compasseth the heavens round about, and fetcheth his course again to his own place in one day.
Come on.
Is he not great that maketh these things? Therefore, great is the truth.
Great is the what?
Great is the truth.
No, a lie.
Great is the truth.
Come on.
And stronger than all things.
He said, look, the truth is stronger than all things. Like, yeah, wine's strong, the king's strong, the women's strong, but above all of it, the truth is strongest. Come on.
All the earth crieth upon the truth.
Come on.
And the heaven blesseth it. All work shake and tremble at it. And with it is no unrighteous thing.
So look, at the end of the day, if we are dealing with truth, it shouldn't be no unrighteousness in us at all.
That's right.
If we speaking truth and having our life dealt in truth, every single day, you should not have any unrighteousness in you. Nobody should be able to say, well, okay, you went off. Or you shouldn't have said it. Or I wouldn't have done it. Oh, man, you tripping. Oh, man, you was stealing? How you get caught stealing? Oh, man, you commit adultery. It's like, that means truth wasn't in you.
Right.
It says it has no unrighteous thing in it at all. Truth gonna always stand. Truth gonna always stand.
Truth don't need no help to stand.
It don't need no help to stand. That's why I said, look, the earth cried upon the truth. The earth was created through truth. It was created through truth. It was created by truth. Come on.
That's why if you have the truth, you can control all these three things.
Exactly.
You're
giving away the lesson.
Oh, my bad.
He's giving away the lesson.
I'll get it, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on. Yeah. Okay.
Wine is wicked.
Wine is what?
Wine is wicked.
No, he's not saying that. If you drink wine, it's a wicked thing. It's like, nah.
But it can be.
But it can be. Because drunkenness, too much drinking can lead to you being drunk,
Right.
which is considered being wicked. Come on.
The king is wicked.
It's not saying all kings are wicked. Like, nah. You have kings that were righteous, but then you have kings that were wicked. Because they went against their creator. They went against their God. They was letting men do what they want to do. These are wicked kings. And wicked kings were put down. Come on.
The woman. Women are wicked.
It's not saying all women are wicked. Like, no, some women are wicked. From the ways that they act, the things that they do, things that they say. The characteristics of a righteous woman is not a wicked woman. You got your Proverbs 31 that women want to be righteous daughters of Zion.
All the children of men are wicked.
Come on.
And such are all their wicked works.
Come on.
And there is no truth in them.
Come on.
In their unrighteousness also they shall perish.
So look, we have to be careful. We have to make sure that everything that we're doing is in truth. We have to do everything in truth and make sure that whatever unrighteousness that we have in us, we have to let it go.
That's right.
We can't say we love God and keep not his commandments, because then we'll be what? Considered liars. And it says what? The truth is not in you. We can't say one thing and do the next.
That's right.
That's being hypocritical.
And no matter, and also too, no matter how you might feel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
no
for
matter
sure.
if you drinking or whatever the case may be, you still gotta be on top of your game. You know, no matter if you're in a position, you know, of leadership or whatever the case may be, you can't get angry and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You still have to be on top of your game. You know what I mean? And no matter if you're a husband and you have a woman, you know, and she is being manipulative over you, you still have to be on top of your game. You have to the truth. Is this the truth? Straight up and straight down. You know, it don't need no help to stand on it or whatever not. And the truth of the matter is, we all have to watch out for these things, especially now in this hour, because the devil, he ain't holding nothing back no more. You know what I'm saying? You hear about the she-boo that killed all her children, then killed the neighbor, then killed herself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and then even with me for my own case, you know, my daughter, you know, some demons just attacked her and she went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for a minute. You know, while we was out there baptizing, you know what I'm saying, folks. So the devil is not playing fair, y'all. You know, so we have to abide by the truth, and the truth is, you know what I'm saying, the word.
Verse 38.
Verse 38. As for the truth, it endureth and is always strong.
Right.
It liveth and conquereth forevermore.
Come on.
With her, there is no accepting of persons or rewards, but she doeth the things that are just,
right,
and refraineth from all unjust and wicked things. And all men do well like of her works.
Come on.
Neither in her judgment
Right.
is any unrighteousness.
So look, when you have judgment, we have to make sure we have righteous judgments. Sometimes we have unrighteous judgments. You have to have a righteous judgment. So if you have an unrighteous judgment, that means it's not the truth. You have to have a righteous judgment, which is the truth. The truth is going to have you make a righteous judgment regardless.
That's right.
If you're dealing with truth, it's going to always make you have a righteous judgment. And then when you go against the truth and make a judgment and it's unrighteous, then you see the fruit thereof. You're like, dang, I should have listened to my first mind. That judgment that I made was unrighteous. I didn't lean on truth. I leaned on my own understanding. So that's where that comes from. Leaning to your own understanding instead of not leaning on truth.
I should have listened to my God mind.
Right. Should listen to my God mind, which is the first mind.
Yeah. And she is the strength, kingdom, power,
right,
and majesty
right,
of all the ages.
Come on.
Blessed be the Most High, the God of truth.
Come on.
And with that, he held his peace. And all the people then shouted and said,
What they say?
Great is the truth.
Great is the what?
Great is the truth.
Right.
And mighty above all things.
So now you see the third man. He's like, look, he gave his example of the women, but then he broke down the truth. Then everybody like, you know what? That's it.
That's it.
That's hey, look. Man, look, all praises to God. Great is the truth. It's above all things. Truth comes from God. It tells you, say, blessed be the God of truth.
That's right. That's right.
Not of lies, because you remember Satan is a God too. He's the God of this world. But he don't have truth in him at all. He have nothing but lies and deceptive mind plays and ways of the world that we as the children of God should not be entertaining, especially in this hour.
No doubt.
All right, so with that being said, we're going to go to Matthew chapter 7, 24 through 27 real quick.
Matthew chapter 7.
Yeah, Matthew chapter 7. I'll read 24 through 27.
Excellent lesson. That's on how to bring that together. Love it.
All praise.
Matthew chapter 7,
Right.
verse 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine,
Right.
and doeth them,
And do what?
and doeth
So look,
them,
this is the Messiah speaking. He said, not just those that heard it, right? He said those that heard it and do them.
I will liken him unto a wise man.
And so who?
Unto a wise man.
He said, look, those that hear his word and do it, he gonna consider them a wise man. Come on.
Which built his house upon a rock.
All right.
And the rain descended, and the floods came.
Right.
And the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock.
So look, he was like, look, those that heard my words and do it, he would compare them to a wise man that built his house upon a rock. So when all this, what we would say, disasters came towards his house, right? Like floods and tornadoes and all those different disasters of the world.
Yeah.
Natural disasters coming to his house will not fall because it was founded on the rock. And that rock is him. He is the rock. The man built his house on Christ.
That's right.
Because he heard his words and he applied it. So that is a wise man. So that's why, who was telling it to him? Christ. Christ is the word. Right? It said, thy word will set thee free. Christ is the truth. It said, the truth shall set you free. He is the truth. He is the word of God. That's the truth that we have to live our life by. That's the truth that we need in this hour. Come on.
Hold on real quick. Proverbs 9. Just, you ain't got to go there. Just Proverbs 9, verse 1. Wisdom hath builded her house. She hath hewn out her 7 pillars. Verse 2. She hath killed her beasts. She hath mingled her wine. She hath also furnished her table. She hath sent forth her maidens. She hath cried upon the highest place of the city. So basically, wisdom had built her house, and she has hewn out her 7 pillars. So when you're using wisdom, which is one of the seven spirits of Yah, you know what I'm saying? You're building a strong household. House.
A strong household, man. A strong foundation.
Okay. Verse 26, Matthew chapter 7, verse 26. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man,
right,
which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended,
right,
and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was that fall.
And well said, because he did not apply the word. He knew it.
Right.
There's a lot of people that know the word. I mean, Christians know the word.
Right.
You know, it's the Muslims, they know the word. Everybody know the word, but who's actually applying it? This is the truth. Christ is the truth. The truth will set you free. So we have to know it and apply it. Then when it comes down to the woman, right? Going back to the woman, remember we was talking about how a woman would cause these kings to err, right? Or will cause men to go off. You got to think about we are now the women. Israel as a whole is the woman.
Right.
We can cause a lot of people to go astray from the word of God because of our actions, things that we say, things that we do. When people look to you for answers or look to you to help them with the word, and then I'm out here tripping, they won't believe nothing I say anymore because they're like, look, you know the word, but you're not applying it.
You're being a stumbling block to them.
Yeah, being a stumbling block. So we, Israel, is that woman that the script is talking about. We can cause other people to go off. So we have to be careful. Then when it come down to the king, you got the righteous king, you got the wicked king. You got some kings that they righteous, but they didn't went off, right? Like King David. But then you got King Saul or whatnot. People look to him because he was tall. They're like, yeah, we're gonna pick King Saul. We're gonna make him rule over us. They just look to him for his height. And his heart wasn't there. So that's why the Most High gave us a true king, which is the Messiah. That's the king that we need to be. Like the script says, look, the king gives order and they do it. The king says do this and they do it. That's our mindset we need to be towards the Messiah. He is our king. Everything that he say do, that's what we need to be doing.
That's right. That's right.
You know, a lot of people justify things. It's like, hey, look, if you got all with one another, go handle the business. Go, you and your brother fix it.
Matthew 18.
Straight up. But we want to justify not going to fix the alt that me and my brother got with each other. Like, no, that ain't how it works. Okay, so now you know the word, but you're not applying.
You want to go to somebody else and talk about it, and then have them tell you, hey, go to Matthew 18.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you should have went to your brother first.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then spoken to your brother, and then if y'all didn't get it cleared up, then you
go to the congregation. Yeah.
2 or 3 witnesses. Don't go to somebody else first and talk about the matter. You know what I'm saying? And then go to your brother. No.
Nah, that ain't how it works. You go holler at your brother first.
Right.
Don't justify it. Then when it talks about the wine, right? So again, it's like, okay, look, you got the righteous side of the wine, right? And then you got the wicked side of the wine. The wine will take away stomach pains, give it to somebody who's about to perish. But again, wine will cause men to err. Will cause me and him to throw blows with each other. Cause me and my real to be going back and forth with each other. That's the positive and the negative side of it. But then again, we're talking about the Messiah. Let that wine be in our mind. His blood that he shed for us. That's the wine that we need to be meditating on. That was his blood. So the wine is very strong when we compare it to the Messiah. The king is very strong when we compare it to the Messiah. The truth is very strong when we make it the Messiah. It's all about him.
And we are very strong because we are the brides of the Messiah.
Most definitely. But we just have to stay focused.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yeah, we just gotta order our steps daily. We just gotta stay focused, man. But we're gonna go to
Go to Rabbi for your alms.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, thanks for the alms, family. It's greatly appreciated. But we're gonna go to James chapter 3, 13 through 18.
James 3.
Sorry, my fault. I thought it was there. I went to it on my phone.
James
Terry
3.
for your brother family. Wait a minute.
I got it.
It's James 3. We're gonna start at verse 13.
James chapter 3, verse 13.
Right?
Who is a wise man?
Who is like what?
Who is a wise man
Right?
and endued with knowledge among you?
Right?
Let him show out of a good conversation.
Have a good what?
Good conversation.
Like you will always know what's on somebody's mind when you get to talking to them.
That's right.
It's like, all right, when they get to talking, you're like, nah, he's not a wise person. He's not wise at all. Like, nah, I can't take no wisdom or no advice from you because
no fruit from you.
Yeah, I can't eat no fruit from you. Like the conversation that you saying that is very unfruitful and nah, that's not wise at all. So yeah, we know wise men through conversations that we have with them. Come on.
But if ye have bitter envying and strife in your hearts,
If you have what?
bitter envying and strife in your hearts,
Right.
glory not and lie not against the truth.
Lie not against the what?
Against the truth.
Remember the last thing we was talking about was what?
True.
It said, look, if you have bitterness or envying, if you have bitterness towards any man or woman or envying any man or woman in your mind, it tells you don't glory at all. Don't give yourself no praise. Like, yeah, I'm doing this and I'm doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not doing nothing at all. But getting yourself closer and closer to a place that you don't want to go. It said, lie not against the truth. Why not?
This wisdom descended not from above, but is earthly, sensual, devilish.
And then like, look, that mindset that you think that it is wisdom from God is not from God at all. That is from the earth. That's from Satan. It's not from God. Come on.
For where envying and strife is,
right,
there is confusion in every evil work.
So look, if you always around somebody and it seems like it's always confusion, or this person always saying like, man, I'm just confused. Always confused, like it must be some strife around here somewhere. And envying.
And the Most High is not the author of confusion either. Man.
Exactly. He's not the author of confusion at all. So if you feel like if it's any strife or envying, it's like it might be Satan's hand might be on it.
But the wisdom
right,
that is from above is first pure.
It's first what?
Pure.
Right. You remember I said I couldn't say that word?
Yeah.
Come on.
Then peaceable.
Then what?
Peaceable.
Come on.
Gentle. And easy to be entreated.
So easy to be understood.
Full of mercy. And good fruits.
Not bad fruits.
And good fruits.
Come on.
Without partiality.
That means not halfway telling somebody something. It's like telling the whole thing. Not just bits and pieces that you want somebody to hear just to make this person feel good. It's that without partiality. Without halfway telling you. It's like, no, tell the whole truth.
Right. And without hypocrisy.
And being hypocrites.
Yeah, that partiality and the hypocrites, I can't stand that, man.
Nah, so look, just tell me the truth. Just keep it 100.
Or don't say nothing at all.
Right. Because then it's like, if you want to give me bits and pieces, it's like, okay, now I only know bits and pieces, and you want me to put together a puzzle where only the puzzle is 26 pieces, but then you give me 17 pieces and say, put the puzzle together.
And I don't even know the full picture.
All right. So what am I putting the picture together of?
Right. And the fruits of righteousness is sown in peace.
It's sown in what?
Is sown in peace.
Right.
Of them that make peace.
Hallelujah. All All right, we're gonna go to one more, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Hold y'all up all night. We're gonna go to Ephesians chapter 5, 15 through 21.
Ephesians 5.
Yeah, 15 through 21.
You there, bro?
Yeah, I'm there. So remember, we gotta, what we were saying earlier, we have to walk there it is. Walk circumspect. How about our orders, our walk orderly step? I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
Right.
Circumspect.
Circumspect, all right. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15.
Circumspectly. See then that ye walk circumspectly,
Right.
not as fools,
All right.
but as wise.
Because a foolish man doesn't care who watching. They don't trip off what the outcome may be. They don't trip off nobody else. They just tripping out themselves. Right? They're not worrying about nobody else but self.
Right.
Say, no, you gotta be wise. You gotta be wise in everything that you do. Like, look, if I do this, this might cause this to happen. Or if cause something effect. Or if I say this, this might happen. And like you all, it's like the game of chess. It's like before you make a move on chess, you always be thinking like, nah, if I move this piece over there, then he gonna take my knight. And if I move over here, he might take my queen. If he take my queen, then that's a wrap for me.
But not only that though, you know what I'm saying, brother. You know, it's the thought and intention behind your actions too as well. You know what I mean? If you're doing something, you know, you can do something, you know, in the sight of men, you know, that is righteous. But if your thought and your intent ain't righteous behind that, you know what I'm saying, you ain't about to put up no good fruits because you're portraying this to be an apple seed, but really it's an orange seed.
Right.
And an orange is gonna, you know what I'm saying, grow from that.
Right.
So we have to not only, you know, be circumspectly regarding on what we do, but how we think while we're doing these certain things. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that we are in a righteous
state of mind.
State of mind.
Yeah, righteous state of mind when you're doing something.
Yeah,
right.
come.
And then you gotta think about everybody else. You know, you gotta think about how this will affect everybody.
You know,
everybody, children, your wife, your brothers, you get down to the animals. Shoot, the dog, the cat. It's like, look, if I'm out here tripping, I might get my dog killed.
Get chickens.
Well, you know, I got 6 chickens. I might get my 6 chickens killed. It's like, dang, you know, you just be thinking about it. Like, shoot, I look at my chickens like they my babies, man. Like, hey, they like my children, you know. So,
and that's how it was, you know, when we was had to kill the lambs and stuff like that. We had to raise some lambs up, you know what I'm saying? And then now because of your sin, one of these little lambs or one of these little chickens,
gotta die.
Whole little chickens gotta die. You know what I'm saying? That right there, you know, gives us should give you more like an insight, like, damn, man, you know what I mean? I need to watch what I do because these little chickens, you know, we eat these dang things.
Right.
But HaMashiach, you know what I'm saying, he died for me. You know what I'm saying? He died for me.
Verse 16.
Verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
So, looking at the things that's going on now, like, look, you see the time is at hand. You see what's going on in the world.
Right.
Like, look, like, I need not to be doing that, especially in this hour, seeing that it's getting darker and darker and darker, getting more evil in the world. Every single day, it's like you're hearing somebody killing somebody more and more now than you did before.
That's right.
It probably was the same, but now the veil has been lifted. It's like now we getting to the point where we get to see stuff live. It's like, look, they doing that stuff on purpose to get you so used to seeing murders, getting your conscience straight desensitized to where none of that really affects you no more. It's like, oh, okay, look, somebody else just died yesterday. All right, so what's the next? What Instagram talking about this week? What's on Facebook this week? You know what I'm saying? What drama I'm for to get into this week? What Discord I'm for the soul this week? Like, that's the kind of stuff you look for.
Wherefore, be ye not unwise.
Be ye what?
Be ye not unwise.
Right.
But understanding what the will of the master is.
Come on.
And be not drunk with yayin.
Right.
Wherein is excess, but be filled with the ruach,
But we filled with what?
with the
It
spirit.
said, look, don't be filled with wine and drunkenness, excess. It said, look, be filled with the Spirit. Be filled with the Spirit of God. That's what we need to be filled with. Come on.
Speaking to yourselves in songs
Right.
and hymns and spiritual songs.
Right. I mean, people do that to this day. It's like, look, you catch yourself, you just be singing.
Yeah.
Just, you know, but those are spiritual songs with yeah. You know, so it's like it's inside of you, you know, those spiritual songs.
God. And that right there, look, just felt the chills. That right there, when you do that, you know what I'm saying, you get away, you get rid of demons, man.
Yeah, man.
That try to come to you, that try to come upon you. You know, a lot of I was just talking to a sister today, and you know, I realized that a lot of sisters, you know what I'm saying, they play music. You know what I mean? And, you know, my rib, she plays music, you know, my little daughter, Bina, she plays music. And I just be chilling, listening to what they, you know, what they playing and not even really listening, but it's like, it's a good feeling to hear that, you know what I mean? Just like how David used to pass out the spirits from Solomon
playing the
and
horse.
stuff like that, you know? And then when we're out and about, you know, either you can listen to some righteous music, or you can listen to some wicked music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And watch what type of spirit, you know what I'm saying, come upon you.
Yeah, and like, look, another thing, man, we have to stop justifying that too. It's just like justifying some of the music that we listen to, knowing it's of the world, but we justify it because the beat dope. But then it's like, okay, you be listening to that beat for so long, and then, boy, you get to spitting them words or whatnot, and then now you spitting the words of what he talking about.
Right.
And then now that spirit jumping on you, manifesting on you, now you just like, I'm tripping.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, that's why you're not supposed to listen to it at all. Just like, nah, I ain't fit. Nah, I can't. It's like, I'm using myself for example. Just like, look, I do music, and I listen to, you know, saying like a rapper of the world or something or whatnot, and he have a dope beat, and then like I'm like, okay, yeah, man, that beat dope. But then like be listening to his lyrics or whatnot, and then now I'm feeling some kind of way about a brother,
about life,
or my wife, or myself. It's like, wait a minute, I wasn't even feeling like that 20 minutes ago. I was cool, but me listening to this beat and then listen to him cast his spells on it, you know what I'm saying, with his lyrics or whatnot. It's like, nah, I'm cool.
Y'all start watching porn, right? You know what I'm saying? Just put it in the same category as porn. You know what I mean? If it's from the world and stuff like that, and it's talking some wicked stuff or whatever, not okay. Well, you know, you ain't gonna listen to it. You ain't gonna watch no porn. Well, then you ain't gonna listen to no wicked music. And yes, we do have to go there. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we do have to take it that far or whatever. Not sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Just like for me, with smoking weed. I'm not gonna smoke no weed no more. I look at smoking weed as eating pork, and that's just me. You know what I mean? That's just how I look at it, how I view it. You know, other people view it how they want to view that. But I look at smoking weed as eating pork. I'm not gonna eat no pork. You got to kill me before I eat some pork. You know, but I'll drink some tea though. I'll drink some tea. Verse 19, Ephesians chapter 5, verse 19. Speaking to yourselves in songs and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Most High, giving thanks always for all things unto Yah and the Abba, in the name of our Master, Yahushua HaMashiach, submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of Yah.
Hallelujah. So with that being said, family, truth is above all. So look, stay focused, family. Like, truth is above all. That truth or bad in your life. Let me go back to this real quick. Now, which one we at? So stop sharing?
Yeah, I think so. No.
No.
You stop sharing. You gotta go to that one. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Bear with your brother, family.
No, there.
Yes.
That one. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, shalom, family. So yeah, with that being said, just stay focused, family, and live your life in truth. Truth is nothing is above truth. You got a closing song?
I'm gonna ask one of the brethrens out there. Anybody got a closing song?
We'll close it with Psalms 1.
One?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do it. Psalms chapter 1. Psalms chapter 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is the law of the Most High, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bring forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the shaft which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregations of the righteous. Verse 6. For the Most High knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Hallelujah, Selah, Yahu. Turn that deal down a little bit, huh?
All right, well, shalom, family, shalom.
Told our Rabal, sorry about that, bro. Told our Rabal for y'all prayers, man, over my daughter Siobhan. She's out of the hospital, and she's doing well. She'll be out here, most I would, on the 9th to the 12th. And yeah, of course, we will be laying hands and praying over her and casting out whatever spirits, saying that's upon her. Yeah, all right, so. So told I about y'all for y'all prayers, man.
All praise. Yeah. Just want to make sure we all was on one accord. Make sure we all got some understanding before we get off. Anybody got any questions? We all got on the same page. Just put some 7s in the room, and then we'll close it.
Yeah, I gotta go home and go slob on my pillow.
Oh yeah, me too. I got a little distance to drive.
Yeah, I've got to learn around the corner, so I'm gone. Phew. Yeah.
All right, we got some 7.
All right, man.
All right, with that being said, family, Lord's will. See y'all sooner than later.
That's right.
Shalom.